So we'll be starting shortly. I am still waiting for people to come in, and we'll see what happens. This will be my first time streaming a game, so hopefully those of you who are joining in find this somewhat entertaining. We'll find out for sure. Stream will start in just a few moments, and I'm hoping that everything goes well. Today we'll be doing the Painscreek Killings, which is a mystery game. Basically, you are a journalist who has been sent on this investigative report to discover what happened in this town for this cold case murder. There are no hints, there are no cues. You kind of have to do everything yourself like a real investigator. So we're gonna go through the game and we're gonna take notes and we're gonna map those out and try to come up with the answer to the mystery, which is who killed Vivian Roberts. If you are joining in after this occurs, we'll you can always come back and look at the opening, but just hit me up and we'll go back through it. That's primarily everything I've got. So in about 3 minutes, I'll get started with actually streaming the game. Okay, still getting prepared. Once again, welcome to the channel. We'll see what's going on. This is merely my first time streaming, as I said. And if you are joining me, feel free to jump in the Discord and talk to me while we game. We'll see what happens. Going to be doing, like I said again, the Painscreek Killings, which is a murder mystery game. Should be a lot of fun, and we'll go ahead and get started with that now. This game seeks to emulate to a certain degree the experience of investigating a murder case. You will need to search each location carefully, find clues to proceed, and use your observation and deduction skills to uncover the hidden secrets. We recommend writing down your notes and or taking advantage of the in-game camera. The game auto-saves whenever you enter a location, and should you encounter a bug or problem while playing, such as being stuck behind furniture or getting pushed out of the game world, simply use the reload button in the menu to transport you back to your location. Good luck.
Hey, Janet. So the chief has entrusted you with my assignment, hey? I hope it didn't interfere with your weekend plans. Anyway, he told me to call you and fill you in on it. You remember the murder that happened a few years back that was never solved? The one at Painscreek where the ex-mayor's wife was killed? Well, the property's being auctioned off soon, so we don't have much time to dig up anything that's relevant to the case. So, see what you can find. Hopefully it'll be something worth publishing. Anyway, take care. I'll see you on Monday. Bye.
Okay, so our name is Janet, and our editor-in-chief has just sent us on this mystery, since the property that a cold case has been happening on of murder is going up for auction soon. So here we have Who Killed Vivian Roberts? In 1995, Vivian Roberts, a successful businesswoman and wife of a former mayor, was murdered and dragged into the front of her home. The case was never solved and the killer was never found. It was rumored that a private investigator was in Painscreek sometime later, but there's nothing more on that. Last week, we received news that large swaths of Painscreek County will be auctioned off soon, and we would like to revisit the story and attempt to find out the following. Who killed Vivian Roberts? What was the motive? And what was the murder weapon? Please submit your findings in a front-page photograph for the story to be published. Richard Harris, Editor-in-Chief. Hey, don't forget to bring a camera. So, we are going forward and trying to find out what happened. Again, this game does not hold your hand. There are no hints, there are no cues, there are no mission objectives. Literally, we are on our own to figure out, just like a real murder mystery, what happened to Vivian Roberts. So let's go ahead and get started. So here we're entering in the sheriff's office. Let's see what we can find. Hopefully there will be some useful things. Who would have figured that the jail cell would be locked? Let's see what happens. Well, the lights don't work. Oh, you know, my push-to-talk key is the same as the crouch key, so I'm going to go in and change that. Give me just a moment, and we'll come back to this. Okay, theoretically, you should be able to hear me now. Can you, is the question. Awesome. So, we're going to see what happens. Also, I'm going to pull up the chat on my phone real quick. That way I can keep an eye on chat while I'm actually playing, because I do not have a separate PC or monitor set up. Don't know why I didn't think of that. Okay, so I've got chat open on the phone, so let me send a message, see what happens. Awesome. So it is coming in on my phone. I can actually see what people are saying. Okay, switching back to the game. Let's see. Okay, so I am in this toilet emergency closet. The lights do not work. Looks like I need to find some way of lighting my way. Oh, sweet, a map. Let's see. So, right now we are here on Black Pine Road at the Sheriff's Outpost. It looks like there's this river that cuts across, and then this road angles up to the hospital with a pebble lane coming off of it. We've got Clover Street coming over to the other main road, it looks like, which is Silver Lake Boulevard, to the Painscreek Cemetery. And looks like there's a church here, the mansion, Oliver's Photography, Farmer's Market, and Anne's Courtyard Inn and Suites. So I'm going to assume all of those are going to be important for later. And we get to save the map. Look at that. Well, now I have light. Let's go back and see what's up with this water closet. Apparently there's nothing of interest in the water closet. Hey, you want to stop by a cafe? Apparently there's exquisite recipes to taste. Recipes. Apparently it's pies, not recipes. Okay. Lunch and dinner only $9.99 in partnership with Anne's Courtyard Inn and Suites. If you show your baristas your receipt or room tag, you'll receive a free cup of our signature moon latte. So, looks like a little home kitchen type cafe on 35 Black Pine Road. Looks like we got a missing kid, last seen on 4 Pebble Lane across the river on the playground, wearing his favorite blue jacket. Has a scar below his left eye. He went missing in 1989. The date is 1999. He was 13, which means he's now 23. So he has been missing for quite a bit of time. Red hair, brown eyes, 5 foot, 80 pounds, biracial. Joshua S. Taylor. And it says, anyone with information, please contact the sheriff. And it has a phone number. So I wonder if these phone numbers actually work. I am going to take a photo of this and we'll see what happens. Oh, here we go. Some information about Vivian. Vivian Roberts, successful businesswoman and wife of ex-mayor, found dead in front of her home. Third death to strike Painscreek in less than a year. So it looks like there was a string of murders, not just the mayor's wife or ex-mayor's wife. So Vivian Roberts, wife of ex-mayor Charles Roberts, was found dead in front of her home on 1 Maple Drive, Painscreek, at 7:15 a.m. Mary Martinez, a maid currently working at the mansion, was retrieving the morning paper when she saw Vivian's body and immediately called 911. Painscreek Sheriff James Howard arrived shortly, and the victim was pronounced dead. The time of death was estimated to be between 11 p.m. last night and 1 a.m. this morning. Body is currently at the coroner's office waiting for an autopsy. People of Painscreek have started grieving for her. Candles and flowers were being placed at the gates in front of her home and where she was found. Vivian was indeed a person whom many respected and adored. Her success in business, her loyalty to her family, and her love for the people of Painscreek are unsurpassed, pardon. She will be missed. So there's no date on this, but we do get some information. So let's go ahead and start taking some notes, shall we? We know her home is at 1 Maple Drive, Painscreek. We have the map, so we can see Mayor's Mansion is 1 Maple Drive. I wonder if that's the only thing on Maple Drive. Looks like a short road, but like there's a couple of other short roads here, so we'll get to that and see, I guess, in a moment. And maybe that's where we should start our investigation, is the actual scene of the crime, to see if we can find out any more information about her and what's going on. So real quick, I'm not sure if I'm actually showing anything. Let's see if it'll actually show what I'm showing. Yes! Okay, so I am apparently showing things. So, not only do we know where she lives, we know that Mary Martinez is a maid who is currently working for them at the time that Vivian was murdered. So we have a name. We know when the body was found, 7:15 a.m. And we know that James Howard was the current sheriff at the time, arrived shortly after she was pronounced dead, and the time of death was between 11 p.m. and 1 a.m., meaning that it's going to be one of 2 days for the actual time of, or date of death. Let's go ahead and mark that down. So I've got a notepad ready. Let me go over to my other view and we'll start marking down some notes. Okay. So, notes so far. We know where the victim lived. We know that she was discovered at 7:15 a.m. She was discovered by her maid, Mary Martinez. I remember that. What else? Oh, her time of death was between 11 p.m. and 1 a.m. Okay, so those are our notes so far. Let's go ahead and get back into the game and see if we can't figure out any more information about what's going on. Well, that's a pretty painting. Oh, here we go. Scott Brooks, Painscreek Trinity Church pastor's son, suspected for killing Vivian Roberts. Witness reported seeing suspect fleeing from the murder scene late at night. Police apprehended Scott Brooks yesterday afternoon. He was residing, at the Roberts hunting cabin by the trailhead, according to a witness who at this time has wished to remain anonymous. He was coming home late on July 19th at around 11:15 p.m. when he saw Scott walking very quickly away from the Roberts mansion, heading down Silver Lake. Although Scott looked upset, the witness did not think it was unusual until a few days later when he came across the newspaper article on Vivian Roberts' murder. Feeling uneasy about the whole situation, he called the police. Shortly after the call was made, the police arrived at Scott's cabin and questioned about the whereabouts the night that Vivian died. Scott said he didn't meet her that night, but he had nothing to do with her death. Scott was later brought down to the station for further questioning. Looks like we don't have page 4, so we can't go through the continuation. Looks like this was the main suspect. And judging that this was a cold case, I'm going to assume he was never actually charged with her death. So let's go ahead and add that to our notes, as well as the fact that he was coming home July 19th at 11:50 p.m. and did see her that night that she died. Okay, so main suspect is Scott Brooks. And again, like I said, this is a cold case, so obviously he must have been found not guilty at some point or other. But he was the last person to see her alive. Okay, so we saw them coming home July 19th at 11:50 p.m., which means that Vivian was either killed on July 19th or July 20th, since it's between 11 p.m. and 1 a.m. Okay, so let's take a look here. It looks like there's nothing in the envelope. What else can I find? Oh, there is an answering machine. Let's listen.
Hi, this is Steven. I just wanted to make sure the package was sent. Again, I'm currently at Anne's courtyard. Any extra info you have would be much appreciated. Thank you very much. Talk to you later.
Okay, Anne's courtyard, it says. Let's listen to that one more time.
Hi, this is Steven. I just wanted to make sure the package was sent. Again, I'm currently at Anne's courtyard. Any extra info you have would be much appreciated. Thank you very much. Talk to you later.
Okay, so whoever Steven is, he sent a package and he is residing at the local inn, Anne's courtyard. So let's write that in our notes as well.
Hi, this is Oliver Gibson. I just wanted to thank you for letting me borrow your toolbox and shovel. I'm currently out of town for a few days, and I didn't get the chance to return it yet. In the case you need them, it's currently sitting in my photo lab. Ask Mrs. Patterson for my spare key. Hi, this is Oliver Gibson. I just wanted to thank you for letting me borrow your toolbox and shovel. I'm currently out of town for a few days, and I didn't get the chance to return it yet. In the case you need them, it's currently sitting in my photo lab. Ask Mrs. Patterson for my spare key.
I just realized you guys couldn't hear me. Um, let's take a look at what we've got going on. I wonder how long that's been muted. I have no clue, to be honest. Okay, so we've got a list of people in the courtyard and in suites. We got a bunch of check-in dates and times, and these are all from March. So if this was after the death of Vivian, I'm going to assume that this was 1996 when these check-ins happened. So we've got a Neil Merle, 202-55-0102 in room 201. All of these are standard rooms. I guess they don't have any other type of room. He was checked in for 312 to 316. Baldry Normand, 202, 312 to 315. Fran Reynolds, 203, 315 to 319. Howie Timothy from room 202, so that was after Baldry, at 318 to 322. We've got Norm Aiden, and that was room 204 from 319 to 323, which is the last checkout other than Clancy Huey at 329. However, Stephen Moss looks like he checked into room 201 on 321 and maybe never left. There's no date out. Let's take a look and see if we can't find some more information about who this Stephen guy is, because that is the name of the person who left the message for the sheriff. And he said something about a package and that he was staying at Anne's Courtyard and Suites, and you could see he never checked out. So maybe there's something here in room 201. Let's take a look and see if we can't find some information. Okay, so we know that's locked. Let's see what else we can find here before going to the rooms. So, some sort of fancy champagne linger bowl. And it looks like there's 2 things here. A bunch of cases of Da Vinci wine. So, definitely somebody was a wino, I think. Or maybe there was some sort of event. I don't know. Ooh, it's locked. I wonder what's in there. Glassware up there. Can't really get to those drawers. Let's see if I can get to... No, that's locked too. Okay, never mind. Oh, what is this? Looks like we got some room keys. Okay, so I got 3 room keys, but not for 201, which is interesting because that's the one that Stephen was staying in. It said he never checked out, which means potentially he still has the key wherever he's at. Huh, okay, interesting. Room keys do not work to unlock the mailboxes, so let's take a look and see if we can't figure out what's going on there. Oh, the light here works. It's one of the few. See if there's anything else that I can't find now. So there's really nothing much in that room. Let's go ahead and go upstairs since we've already investigated the entire downstairs. Huh, well these lights don't work, but those lights do. I guess we'll just continue on. So we do have a couple of room keys. We'll open the ones that we have the actual keys for, but there are some that we don't have keys for. Going into room 204. Of course, every hotel room has to have a copy of the Holy Bible in the drawer next to the bed. Okay, so nothing really in here. Let's move on to the next door, which is room 203. So one thing I noticed, when you use the key, it disappears from your inventory. So I'm assuming, kind of like an escape room, once you use something as a clue, it is no longer able to be used again. Or I could just be reading too much into things. So struck out here as well. Let's go to the last room that we have a key for and check that out. It's a ball cap of some sort. It looks like I can't take it with me, but I did take a picture. It looks like it was left by the last guest in this room. So this was room 202. I'll go ahead and write that in my notes just in case it comes in handy. You never know. Could be something somebody saw, a person with a ball cap. I don't know. Okay, so we're leaving room 202 now. So I don't have a key to 201, but there is a little note here. I'm wondering what that's for. Dear Stephen M., thank you for your rent payment as stated in your rental agreement. However, when rent payments are not received by 404, kind of funny, 404 payment not found, April 4th, you must pay an additional rent because of a late charge due to or because you did not qualify for the rent discount. Required additional amount was not included in your payment and is therefore now due. Please send the additional required rent amount of $85 at once to bring your credit balance up to date and remove it from the delinquent list. This amount must be paid within 7 days from the date of this notice. Thank you for your prompt cooperation. Sincerely, Rosalie P. So I am going to assume that Rosalie P is Rosalie Patterson, since I have a Mrs. P, or Mrs. Patterson, who had the key for Oliver's photo lab. So I am going to guess that's one and the same person, Rosalie P, Rosalie Patterson. Kind of makes sense. And that we can see Stephen M, he checked in 321, but he is not checked out as of 404, and he had 7 days to pay his past due amount. But since this paper is still here, I'm going to assume it was never paid. I am also going to assume that he still has the key because it's locked and the key was not downstairs. Time to put that in our notes too. Okay, so I am going to assume that Stephen M. Has something to do with, I don't know. Somebody said there was like a private investigator. Let me... Okay. Missions goals. It says, it was rumored that a private investigator was in Painscreek sometime later. First off, this is just somebody who is staying at the inns and suites, so he is not a person who is a person in the community, right? So I would assume a private investigator came there and stayed in the inns and suites. We know that Stephen messaged the sheriff and left a package for him. Not sure where. We know that Stephen is past due on his rent at the Inn and Suites, and that we cannot get into the room number 201, which is where he was staying, and that he was still in town in April, but never received the notice for the past due rent. There's a span of like 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, where it seems this person was there. So let's go and do some more investigation and digging. I think that the Stephen guy, the Stephen M, is a private investigator. Okay, let's go forth and get out of here, because that is the last room. That is the last clue I could find in here. And let's go... Oh, goodness. Since I have no clue where Rosalie is, and I have a key for a place, but I don't know whose it is. It's also not the photo lab, because it's not the address of the photo lab. And then I also have the mansion to go in and investigate, as well as the cemetery, which we have the key to the padlock for the cemetery. So I am going to go ahead and make a decision to go to... Oh, goodness. Let's go to the scene of the crime. So let's go to the mansion first and see if we can't find anything. Okay, so pulling up my map, I am here at the courtyard, and it looks like to get to the mansion, I can take Clover Street or Town Center Drive. So let's take Town Center Drive to Walnut Avenue. That'll take us by Oliver's Photography, and we'll see if the key is somewhere around there, and then we'll head up to the mayor's mansion from there. Look, it's the Moon Cafe. I think it's this way. Oh no, I went the wrong way. Let's just go that way. Oh, there's a door here on the back of the Inn and Suites. I wonder if it's locked. Let's take a look. It's locked. Okay, well that sucks. I guess we'll continue up and around and go to the mansion. Okay, here's the photography. It said Mrs. P has the key. Mrs. Patterson. So I'm going to guess it's Rosalie. I don't have the key, but I'm going to just see if it's unlocked. Of course it's not unlocked. I guess we'll just continue to the mansion then. Okay, Maple Drive, that's where the mansion is, so let's go ahead and go that way. Okay, so there is a unmarked pathway. It's not marked on the map. See, I'm right here. There's no pathway marked here, but it looks like there's some sort of road here. And there's some sort of, like, at this turn, like, pathway down. So I'm going to take a picture of that. I wonder what's down the pathway. I'm going to take a quick, just journey down this pathway to see if I can't find anything. You see what I'm seeing, fam? There's like this little cutout. Oh, there's like some concrete thing here. Okay, let's take a look. It's locked, but there is like this concrete door / bunker. I'm gonna take a picture of this. To remind myself to come back to it, because I'm not gonna, I think, go all the way down and investigate. Maybe I will, one sec. Y'all, this map sucks, because this road, it's just like a dotted line, and it's not on the map. There's no name. So what are the houses right here then? Like, what do you consider these houses to be part of? Like, is this part of Black's Creek Lane? Is this part of some other lane? I have no clue. All I know is I'm gonna go ahead and go back up to the mansion because that's where I was heading in the first place. Now getting to the mansion. So this supposedly is where Vivian was dropped off after she was murdered, and also where they would have lived. So we've got a gate. There's some sort of symbol on it. It looks like a cross, maybe? Take a picture of that. And this is the mansion where I guess the ex-mayor currently lives. Or lived, I should say. Oh goodness. Explore the grounds or go in the mansion? I am going to explore the grounds first. I think that maybe we can find some information out here before going in. So, any, mini, money, mo, let's go that way. This house looks rather big from the outside, I can definitely say that. Well, it looks like I got a fairly large garage with like a walkway to the mansion proper. So that's kind of interesting. I wonder if there's doors over there, maybe? Let me go check real quick and then we'll go this way through the garden path. Well, the door to the garage is locked, bolted from the inside, so we'll have to find a way, I guess, over this, whatever this is called. to get over there. Oh, but that's open. Okay, so let's finish exploring the outside and then we'll go inside and take a quick look. Y'all, why is there a case of wine just sitting out here in the garden? It's kind of weird. So here we have what looks like a backyard or back courtyard, maybe. Let's take a look and see if we can't get into that shed and go from there. Well, this looks fancy. Y'all, the shed has a padlock, and it's a combination lock. In real life, I would just jimmy it open, but apparently this character doesn't know lockpicking. So, we'll have to find the combination. It looks like there's some stuff in here, like maybe a book, some chess pieces, a toolbox. Maybe there'll be some useful things. So, let's continue. I see like a gate over here. Let's look through that and then we'll go into the house proper. Okay, that kind of freaks me out. Is that a woman? Just chilling behind this gate? I can't unlock it. Let me take a picture. Because y'all see what I'm seeing. There's like some creepy woman here. But this is locked. Oh shit, fam, she's gone. She was right there. Well, that's not creepy at all. I wonder... Is she the ghost of Vivian Roberts or something? I guess we'll find out. So I can see a few rooms. It looks like we've got a living room, like a hallway or something. There seems to be like a little patio up there or something. There's a little patio there. There's some sort of room there and some entrances here. So let's go all the way back around and then we'll try some of these entryways into the mansion and see if we can't investigate inside the mansion. I already know there's one entry and it's back there on the far other side by the carport slash garage. Ooh, it's like a little library or something. I realized my flashlight was still on. It was bright daylight. That's stupid. So yeah, it looks like some sort of library. It looks like it's open. If we can get inside, maybe we can go to it. Let's go through this gate and see if we can't get in through whatever entrance is closest to us. I made it all the way around the house. Look at that. So I am at the main entrance. We're gonna go in and see if we can't investigate this mansion. Who just leaves the door of a big ass mansion unlocked? I'm just saying. Like, the gate was unlocked. The big ass doors are unlocked. I mean, just saying. Like, who leaves shit like this just randomly unlocked? Looks like they were packing up to go somewhere and never actually quite made it. Or something. Let's start with the downstairs and then we'll go upstairs. That seems like a viable investigation strategy, I guess. Let's start with like this kitchen, dining, whatever area. Jackson and Lewis. Vivian Roberts for something. Community hospital? Oh, Painscreek Community Hospital. For funding. Okay. It seems like this Jackson and Lewis people recognized Vivian Roberts for something she did. And then Painscreek, or no, recognition, Vivian Roberts, NAEP, and certificate of acknowledgement award to Vivian Roberts, recognition, influential citizen. So apparently she played a big part in Painscreek. Let's take some picture of this. To be so influential, you know, that they always say that there's always haters, and even though people said that she was well liked in the community, I mean, maybe somebody hated her for something. So, you know, lots of motive there. Oh, I wonder if this light comes on. Negative ghostwriter. The light does not work. No creepy woman looking out of this window. I don't know what that creepy woman was back in the other area. The wine cellar is locked. Apparently, this game doesn't want us to be a wino. Doesn't look that interesting in there anyways. Okay. Past the dining room, let's look at the rest of this. I'm gonna turn on my flashlight so I can see a little bit better. I got like this console, it's empty. I got like a living room here, so let's check out this living area, see if those doors are open. And then I guess we'll move that way? We'll see. One thing that I have questions about with this game is all of the fireplaces look like they're like super immaculately clean. Like, did nobody light fires in this game at all? I'm just saying. Like, I think I would have lit a fire. Ooh, there's a portrait. I wonder if that is the family. Must be the Roberts family. So yes, let's take a picture of that. I am going to assume the older looking lady is Vivian. I'm going to assume that that's Charles Roberts, and I'm going to assume that that's Trisha, the younger looking thing. So we know that she was dating somebody who was working for the family, so she's probably late teens, I would guess, or maybe early 20s. That appears to be about the age that she looks in this portrait as well. But that means the chick with the black hair couldn't have been Vivian. So who was she? Why was she standing creepily in that entryway? I have questions, people. I have questions. So I already have a mag light. It's not gonna let me take another one. Well, that sucks. Let's see. Painscreek Herald, July 13th, 1995. So this was just days before Vivian was murdered. Dr. Henry Johnson found drowned in the vehicle at bottom of Cherry Creek Lake. Body was submerged in water for as long as 15 days. So, wow, he died well before Vivian was murdered. But that's two murders, or potential murder. I don't know if he was murdered or not. I haven't finished reading it. That could have happened in this town. Oh boy. Okay. By Elizabeth Hudson, a burgundy car was found at the bottom of Cherry Creek Lake yesterday afternoon. A swimmer, who chose to remain anonymous, said he was diving in the lake when he saw what appeared to be a red car glittering at the bottom of the lake. He swam towards the vehicle and was shocked to see a body in the driver's seat. He quickly called the police. 3 hours later, the vehicle was pulled out of the lake and the body was identified as Dr. Henry Johnson. Based on the police report, body has been in the water between 10 and 15 days. Painscreek Community Hospital confirmed that Dr. Johnson last checked in on June 28, 1995. Hospital staff assumed he had left for Painscreek for business purposes, which Dr. Johnson was known to do rather privately. No missing person report. Okay, so here we've got Dr. Henry Johnson, doctor at Painscreek Community Hospital, confirmed missing and dead. Just days, I guess, before Vivian. So let's write that in our notes real quick. Wow, I already forgot his name. Oh, look. Push to talk issues. Push to talk issues. Okay, so let's take a look. What was the guy's name again? Henry Johnson. With a name like that, you must be a dick. Oh, no, getting punch drunk. Okay, so we know Vivian was an avid funder of the hospital. So she helped fund Painscreek Community Hospital, and that one of the doctors at that hospital was last confirmed alive June 28th, 1995. He went missing, and this paper was June 13th, I think. Pardon, July 13th. Vivian died on July 19th. So, July 13th, he was confirmed dead. Last seen June 28th at the hospital. Okay, so body was in the lake for at least 10 to 15 days. That means this home dude was missing for quite a amount of time before anybody said anything. He was last seen leaving the hospital or checking into the hospital on June 28th. Vivian died July 19th or 20th, depending on the time of death. So obviously he could not have killed her, but some more information to be seen. We do know that there was some sort of like embezzlement or something going on at the hospital, and that Vivian was involved with that as well. So Henry Johnson, being a doctor from that hospital, could potentially have something to do with that, or some information towards that. I guess we'll take a look and see what more we can find out about it. Okay, so yet another entry. Let's see if there's anything on the answering machine, and then let's go over there. It looks like there's some sort of, I don't know, office or something right there. So let's go. There is nothing. There's just a disconnected tone. Ooh, let's take a look at this. October 16th, 1973. 1973, y'all. That's around the time that mass death happened, because it was about 20 years earlier. So let's see. Dear Mrs. Roberts, on behalf of Jackson and Lewis, we would like to thank you for appointing us to be Painscreek Community Hospital's medical provider. With your husband, Mr. Charles Roberts, running for mayor, some might consider this partnership to solely be for the benefit of his status. On the contrary, it also greatly benefits us as your supporting funds allow us to continue our research and assisting our elderly patients. Details of the contract will be sent over shortly. Please go through the papers and have them signed and returned to us by the end of the week. Thank you, yours sincerely, Eric W. Campbell. So this guy had dealings with the Roberts family. Obviously, this is very old. This is more than 22 years prior to Vivian's murder. But, you know, it could be important. This apparently was some sort of contributor to Charles Roberts' campaign. And we know that Charles ran for mayor and was successful, and he is now the ex-mayor of the Painscreek area. So that must have happened quite some time in the past. But we do know that they were appointed as the medical provider for the hospital, and that the hospital had some sort of embezzlement issue. So let's take a picture of this and go from there. Okay, nothing else there. Let's see, what is this? That looks like a kitchen, maybe? How do I get in there? There must be a door. Let's go look. Cups, y'all. Cups. Audios. 101% keck. I'm just saying. Totally a Easter egg there. It's supposed to be Cheerios. It's a... what is it? Toasted whole grain cereal. Proven to lower cholesterol, part of a balanced breakfast. Yep. I bet it is. Want some Clorox bleach? Clorox flour. Flour, as spelled like an actual flour, not flour like the stuff you bake with. I don't know why there's flowers from Clorox or why they're in a kitchen, but yeah, we'll go from there. Kind of sad I can't open the refrigerator, but I'm sure it would smell if you could. Ooh, it's a note. Shopping list for Trisha's birthday. 3 packs of balloons, candles, new table sheets, baking powder, eggs, strawberries. From M. So I do know that there is a maid named Mary Martinez who works for the family. I am going to assume that this was from her. And it's talking about Trisha's birthday. Okay. It's a mansion room key. I'm taking that. That might come in useful. Nothing else of note. Nothing else over here. It looks like maybe there's some missing drawers. Let me walk over there. Anyone delivering food to church on Saturdays, please lock all the doors and return the key under the flower pot before leaving. Okay, so now we know that the key to the church is under a flower pot. So theoretically, I think we should be able to get into the church as well now. Let's finish investigating the bottom story and then we'll try this key if we find any doors. Actually, you know what, fam? It is 11:35. I think I am going to call it here for tonight. Let's go ahead and exit. Let's update our notes and then we will start shutting down for the night. Okay, so notes are saved. Everything is looking good. And I think we are at a good stopping place. I know that there was only 2 viewers, one of which was exiled. Thank you for joining tonight and watching me today. So hopefully we get more next time, and I'm actually on schedule next time. I am going to put something on the schedule, I think, for tomorrow. And yeah, thank you everybody for joining in. Sorry it wasn't more entertaining or that I didn't get that many viewers. And we will go from there. Thank you everybody. Have a great, lovely, wonderful night, and I will talk to you all later.